Green Bay
calls.
basket case, 70 degrees in Kansas City. Hey,
Prank calls.
hey, you.
What?
Put your headphones on. We got a little
I'll
more.
get to it.
The conversations off the air are just as intense as the conversations on the air.
The funniest is I invaded your space, and I knew your body language by the way you could tell. You're like, why are you over here?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I thought for sure she was going to notice that I only ate half the banana. I thought I ate half a banana and I threw the rest in the garbage. And she offered the banana. That's why I thought she was standing in my space. And she was going to go, Craig, I just looked in the garbage.
By the way, let me introduce
Which
everybody.
I don't know why I'm making her out to be Alex Jones. Craig, I just looked in the garbage. And now, are you an alien? I think you're an alien life form. What are you doing? You only eat half a banana.
Craig Gass, Nycki Pace, myself, Johnny Dare. And by the way, why would you only eat half a banana?
Because it was like soft in the middle. It was like
It was a bad banana.
It was a bad banana. So
I was like,
and she
you don't seem to be a half a banana guy.
No, I
I'm
like bananas.
Guy.
I like bananas. And she said, hey, I brought you some bananas. I was like, oh, that's cool. And then at some point an hour later, she goes, why are you not eating the bananas? And I was like, all right. Cracked one open. I started eating. I was like, ooh, it's a little bit on the inside. And so I just kind of quietly, discreetly threw it in the garbage. And when she stood over by me, I was like, oh, here it is. I got busted.
You should have thrown it in her face and screamed banana whore.
Do
Thought
better.
it was gonna
Do
be-
better, dumbass.
And by the way, I wouldn't handle the pressure. Hey,
Sorry, we didn't eat the banana. Or she just has this deep-seated need to see us fillet ourselves. Like, stick it in your mouth. Stick it in your mouth, guys. Yeah. It wasn't like she brought us cake. She didn't bring us an apple. She brought us a banana. Eat it at one time.
You know what's funny is when
Slower.
I like the show. I love the show Cops because I love to watch people under pressure. The human drama. I'm obsessed with human behavior, and watching a guy try to think fast on his feet when there is intense pressure makes me laugh my ass off. But when I feel pressure coming on, I do the same thing. My brain starts to shut down.
All of us,
and I go,
right?
uh-oh, this is it. Nycki's going to bust me. And I'm scrambling on how to respond. And she goes, hey, I just want you to know, here's our numbers. And I thought it was going to be like busted.
I came with something nice and awkward. Have you mentioned before you think you maybe made friendship with somebody when you do an interview or whatever and you talk to people?
It's true.
I just passed over 2 little tiny Post-it notes with my name and phone number and Mike's name and phone number on them. I go, I feel this visit, maybe we've got to know each other a little better.
That's right.
Here are our phone numbers. Maybe we're friends.
You will be getting a prank call later today.
I don't know, man. $3 million, not touch dicks like that.
Highlight of the show.
Hi, guys.
Highlight of your entire career.
Can't thank you enough, MG.
By the way, can I tell you my favorite episode of Cops? I can actually point to this episode of Cops and say that's the hardest I've ever laughed, and I can say that because I had a physical reaction that I didn't know was possible. It's an episode of Cops. It opens up with behind the officer who's driving a patrol car, and he goes, "We're responding to a domestic that apparently took place in this field over here." So it's already hilarious. They can't afford a house to fight in, fighting in a field. Cop pulls over, takes out his flashlight, starts walking through this field, and up ahead you see a couple arguing, and he goes, hey, what's going on over here? Couple turns around. The woman's mouth is covered in blood. Her top row of teeth are missing. Bottom row of teeth are cracked. Clearly, this guy just assaulted this woman. And the guy says, "What's going on?" And the woman turns around and starts telling exactly what's going on. When the guy turns around on camera and goes, wait, hold up. You better tell him the truth. I will knock you out on camera. And then the cop goes, whoa, hold on, wait. Okay, ma'am, miss, you sit on the hood of my car. All right, sir. What happened over here? Tell me what happened. And the guy goes,
"Look, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie, because I push her. So what? I push her. But then she assaulted me."
and the cop said, "She assaulted you." And he goes,
"She assaulted me."
and the cop said, "With what?" And the guy goes, "Her face." And I farted. I laughed so hard, I farted. I didn't even know that you could laugh so hard that you could push gas out of your body. Dude, I didn't even know that was physically possible. That was the greatest episode I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, that's so good.
Laughed so hard, I farted.
Yeah. Yeah, no, there's those ones where you're like, it's all encompassing. I got to tell you, man, if you're just joining the show, Craig Gass is with us. He's going to be, and the shows are almost all gone by tomorrow. They're going to be gone. You want to go Friday, you want to go Saturday, you want to go Sunday, you're going to want to jump on GetGass.com. Knuckleheads, he'll be performing 2 on Friday, 2 on Saturday, 1 on Sunday.
Correct.
So,
and the Sunday show, by the way, 90 minutes after the Chiefs game ends.
So
tickets are moving quickly here.
Yeah, he's watching on his. It's an amazing technology, everybody.
Yeah,
Very
literally watching. So we got, first show. Whoa, yeah, it's now the Saturday shows are blowing out. I don't know it's weird. It's weird to see how they're all like. I thought the first show was going to be sold out today, and it is. There's only 14 tickets left. But now the 2 Saturday shows, so it's you got to.
Reading can be so hard.
Yeah.
See, now this is how you know your friends.
You're one of the group.
You're in, Nycki. You're in, dude. Well, I mean, it's just. I will you in the ass, welcome to the pain, my friend. Welcome to the pain, man.
You know what's funny though about the whole thing about Cops is I've been watching Cops and laughing my ass off. There was a moment that I had where I had a run-in. I'm in Houston, Texas, and I got a buddy who I made friends with. He's a massive Kiss fan. He's on every Kiss cruise. He pays top dollar to meet the band. So he sees me at the shows all the time, knows who I am. Kiss fans are great to me.
Right.
Even though I make fun of Gene Simmons.
Well, no, because they know.
They know that I get it and that I'm a fan. But I end my show. When you come out to Knuckleheads this weekend, I end my show with a comedy piece called I Think Gene Simmons is Going to Kill Me. And it's an epic piece. And this buddy of mine lives in Houston, and I had mentioned I've never shot a gun. I've always wanted to learn how to shoot. And he said, "Oh, man, when you come to Houston, I'll take you out shooting." And I was like, "Oh, really?" And he said, "Yeah." He goes, "When you come back?" So I go to Houston, and we connect. And he's like, "Well, I'll take you out by my mom's house, and we can." And he's got all kinds of guns. And he teaches me how to shoot, and I shoot I shoot at explosives, tannerite. Yeah, yep. I shot, and I was like, "What?" And I'm scared to death with all these different.
Sure.
And it was incredible. I've never shot a gun before, and I really appreciated him letting me.
It's neat to learn.
It is neat to learn, absolutely. Yeah. And we walk back to his mom's house, and we go inside the house. When he looks out the window, he goes, "Oh, God damn it! Now these a-holes are back again." I said, "What a-holes?" He goes, "The cops." Oh. And I go, "What? Why are the cops here?" And he goes, "It's illegal to shoot guns out here." And I went, "What?
Why are you doing it?"
And I go,
right?
I think I'm going to go.
Yeah.
And I just said, I'm gonna take off. So I walk out to the driveway, and I go to get my rental car, and the cop blocks my car with his car. And my heart starts racing. He gets out of his patrol car and says, "Were you guys shooting guns out here?" I have watched, no joke, hundreds and hundreds of episodes of Cops, and I have laughed heartily every time I've heard this response, because I think it's the dumbest response you could possibly have. And here I am, under pressure. I'm not even on TV, but when I hear, "Are you shooting guns out here?" I actually responded, "Huh?" And he goes, "Huh is not an answer. Were you shooting guns out here? Yes or no? That is the answer. Were you shooting guns out here?" And I said the second dumbest response I've ever heard on Cops that I've also laughed at. I went, "I don't know." And he said, "You don't know? What?" My buddy comes out of the house, and he goes, "Hey, you son of a bitch, I pay your salary, man. You're an asshole. Get that." And then the cop goes, "You know what? I know who this guy is. Put him in cuffs. Put the cuffs on him." And they handcuff my buddy. And then my buddy Jason, who's opening for me, he comes out, and they go, "Were you shooting guns out here?" And my buddy Jason goes, "We're stand-up comedians." And I went, "Oh, my God, why are you doing that?" And the officer goes, "Stand-up comedians, I don't find either of you funny. Give me some ID. Let me see some ID." And I go, "Here's my ID." And he goes, "Craig Gass, never heard of you." And I said, "Nobody's heard of me, sir." He goes, "Sir, put your hands on the car." And I put my hands on the car, and he's frisking me.
Yeah.
And then he starts to put one cuff on one hand, other cuff on the other hand.
You got the bracelets.
Leans in and goes, "We're just messing with you, Craig. Welcome to Texas." And I went, "What?"
Oh, come on.
I lost 5 pounds in that 5-minute exchange. They all know each other.
Oh.
They're all friends. They came to my show
He
and
set you up.
Set me up.
That's so good.
The cop sat in the front row of my shows. I hated them for doing that.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
He knew ahead of time. That's so good.
That was such a crazy show because I had the cops, that all these Kiss fans and an astronaut, because I was in Houston.
Awesome.
I met this astronaut named Clayton Anderson who came
We
out.
had Clayton on the show.
I think I booked him on you. I think I put him on your show.
I did. Did you get the number from him?
Yes.
Yeah,
I did. I gave him numbers.
Nice.
Dude, I met Clayton Anderson through a friend of mine who works with AC/DC, and he said he was bragging about, I got to have a tour of NASA, and I went to Mission Control, and I was like, dude, I'm coming to Houston. Can you hook me up with somebody at NASA so I can get? He goes, yeah. He goes, oh man, you're in luck. There's an astronaut who wants to give you a tour. And when we arrived at NASA and went through security, I was telling my buddy, I was like, man, I have so many dumb questions.
Yeah, right.
Like, where do you pee? Right?
Right.
Where do you poop?
There's actually a place to pee.
And I go, have you ever had sex? I just had so many questions. So we walk up and they go, this guy with great posture walks out. Greg Gass, Clayton Anderson, how are you? And I said, oh my God, Mr. Anderson, I have so many dumb questions for you, man. I feel like I'm going to ask you the dumb questions. Craig, you can't ask me a dumb question. I've been asked where I pee, where I poop, if I've had sex in space. What's your question? And I went, I don't have anything right now, but I'm just saying I'll probably ask you a dumb question. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, that guy.
Because he's just up in Ames, Iowa. He's just up the road from here.
He is. He came out to my shows in Des Moines a few months ago. Everything feels like a few months ago.
I would do anything. I would love to go to dinner with a guy like that.
Yeah.
Like if I can come up,
Dude.
like if you do a show up there and you know he's going to be there, we can wrangle up. I would drive up.
That guy has stories, and I'm obsessed with space.
Me too.
Obsessed with it.
So glad you two girls got together this week.
But even the conversation off the air, I mean, we're having some heavy conversations off the air.
Maybe you
man.
could let us have our happiness. Okay?
I know, because you guys both like space. I'm gonna
you
sleep so
picturing
well
it now?
tonight.
No, I love space.
I picture Nycki. I picture Nycki going home every day and her husband going like, "How was work?" Well, those two sword crossers were playing with each other again. I just sat back and counted my paycheck.
Making plans to do some double dutch later. I don't know what they're going to get to.
I got to thank Mike Rowe, Dirty Jobs, Deadliest Catch, of course, the microworks.org Foundation, man. Don't miss this podcast the way I heard it. Goff, thank you for sports in your shorts. And, of course, the amazing Mr. Craig Gass, who will be at Knuckleheads Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. There are tickets available. Go to getgass.com. Mr. Gass, we're going to Bert Kreischer tonight.
Yeah, we're hanging out.
We're going to talk some more, maybe have dinner, Nick.
I'm excited for you.
Hanging out with a Kansas City legend tonight.
Oh, see.
The great Christopher Elbow. My God. Never have I admired anyone in my life
I know.
more than Mr. Elbow.
He gave us a tour of his chocolate factory, and it was like...
Right. Okay, Veruca.
Oh, when he took us in the secret back way, that was
He gave us a tour of his chocolate.
he was magic.
You know, I think I'm starting to see what Nycki sees.
I can't wait for your story tomorrow.
But man, I'll tell you, I have never loved a man more than I love Christopher Elbow and that guy is such a success story.
It is. I've told them that the stories are crazy, from being a server and making chocolates homemade for some of your extra special clients to starting a business, which he had no idea how to do, and then having a kind of a sketchy beginning where he had to go lose a partner and become solo, and learning how to manufacture, how to go with the FDA, how to even mass manufacture and keep them beautiful. They're the most beautiful chocolates I've ever seen.
And the most delicious.
Yeah, and I never thought I'd feel emotional about a chocolate till I met him, and he loves Iron Maiden and the Cult. So,
Yes!
He's a great Kansas City.
Yep. And he's also he said Alice in Chains is his favorite band, so he's about to have the best weekend of his life this weekend.
Sorry, Nick.
Your diaries are going to be so full of stories.